Hello, this is Ashley here, sending you a video from my apartment. And now that we're all social distancing and in isolation, this seemed like the perfect time to show you where I'm practicing my social distancing. So, thought I'd give you a little update on what's going on here, and while I'm at it, show you my apartment. So yeah, here is my apartment. So, front door, and then a little desk area, and my bed. Ooh, shaky camera. And then back there goes to the kitchen, so I'll show that to you guys. My closet. And then my kitchen. Turn on the light here. It's pretty small. There you go. Little stove top. And that's pretty much it. And then back there's my bathroom, which I will not show you. And my refrigerator. So yeah, it's basically it. This is my apartment. You've seen it all. That's all I have to show you in regards to that. So next, I'm gonna sit down here and then I'm gonna give you an update on what's been going on here for the last couple weeks. Stay tuned. Okay, so I just wanted to take this time to inform you guys on what has been happening here and what my situation currently looks like. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me and asking me how all this stuff with COVID-19 affects my situation. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys and just make this video to just show you that I'm okay, everything is good, and just kind of give you an update, for a personal update on what's been happening here. So we had just finished lunch and we're getting ready to start our first hour of classes when this official statement went out that all schools needed to close until further notice. They were really sad, and obviously we were really sad to tell them as well, but it's one of those moments where you just gotta put on a brave face and just kind of process it later. So that's what happened. But we are just really thankful that we at least had the opportunity to meet with our kids and explain them the situation, encourage them and remind them of things that we'd already been teaching them, such as hygiene, and to keep up with that. So to keep showering, to keep washing their hands and keeping their homes clean and limiting how often they touch their face. And so those were all things that we shared with them as well. We got to pray with them, which was really great, and just lift up all that's happening in prayer with each of our grade levels. So that was really important that we got to do that with them. And then that was it. March 16th was the last time that we got to interact with our kids. And so it's been a challenging couple of weeks because everything was happening rather quickly. Schools closed, and then social gatherings such as religious gatherings were also banned. So regardless of what religion you practice, all of those gatherings were banned. I haven't ventured out of my apartment very often, just more for the sake of our community. We want to show them that we take this situation seriously, and so it's more for their peace of mind that we're staying at home more often and not going out as much. When we do go out, we wear a mask and also practice washing our hands and keeping ourselves clean. Most stores or establishments now have hand sanitizer or means of being able to clean your hands before entering. And as long as you abide by those rules, wear a mask everywhere you go and use the hand sanitizer, then there's usually no conflict. And so that's been really helpful, that we're still able to go and get any necessities that we need, like groceries, and we haven't had any issues in that regard. So that's been a huge comfort. Some of you had asked me if I was coming home, and that is a constant conversation. However, at this time, we feel that it's in our best interest to stay. A lot of people, especially foreigners coming into Cambodia, have been getting infected because they're traveling. And so we feel that it's in our best interest to stay put. We've had that conversation with our organizations, MCN, Mission of Christ Network, and Stronghold, and both are in agreement that it's in our best interest as the mission partners to just stay put. As more updates come in, we keep checking in and seeing how we all feel about that decision and if it's still the best decision. And so far, each conversation ends with, we're gonna stay here. So what does that mean moving forward? It means that we're in week 3 of isolation and social distancing. It means that I now have a lot more time on my hands than I ever thought I would, but it's been a blessing to just have this time to really focus on things that I'd already wanted to direct my attention at and just didn't have the time or the space to do it, and so now I do, and so that's been really great. Just being able to have some more time just in prayer and meditation and in God's Word has been really healing and rejuvenating, and so I'm really thankful that I've had the opportunity to spend my time that way. There's also still things that we're working on for Stronghold, so still writing lessons and trying to do whatever work we can, regardless of if we were at the school in the office or we're here in our apartment. So we're continuing with those responsibilities. We still meet regularly as a staff. My local director, Jesse, and his wife, Naomi, are still keeping in touch with our kids and seeing how they're doing. So Stronghold has been trying to figure out what ways we can come along beside them and be a support and provide for them. And so we're still working out those details, but those are efforts that we're trying to make to help our community get through this uncertain time. We've also been creating and have plans to create videos to share on our Stronghold Facebook page. So we've been encouraging our students to go on there where they can see us and get an encouraging little message from us, and also encourage them to keep praying and to remember what we've taught them in devotions and at school and our Bible lessons, that even when things are scary, we can always count on God. And so we're really grateful that we still have the opportunity to reach out to them and encourage them in that way. We had hopes that maybe this quarantine or self-isolation would only last for a month, but as is the case for many of you, I know it's gone longer, and we're kind of anticipating the same thing to happen here. And so there is a possibility that we may not be able to resume classes before I come home at the end of June. We also have no idea what that's going to look like, what coming home at the end of June is going to look like. And so we're not thinking about it too much right now, just kind of taking everything as it comes and processing as we go. So I'd love to hear from you guys how I could be praying for you, what this time in isolation has looked like for you, some things that have been really encouraging or that have been helpful to you, or some challenges, whichever it is. I'd love to be in contact with you guys and just have that communication with you. So let me know how I could be praying for you guys as you're going through these uncertain times as well. And we just continue to pray for everyone all over the world who's being impacted by everything that's happening, and continue to pray for this pandemic to come to an end quickly. I look forward to the chance when I get to see you guys face to face and be in fellowship together again. Praying for you always. Keep it up. You're doing great. Blessings.